What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video I want to show you Dirty Tape from Softube. So this was free until the end of January, and I held off on doing a video on this because I wanted to see how much Softube would be charging for this, and I'll get into more of that later. But this is Dirty Tape, which is a self-explanatory plugin, as most have been lately, but this is a tape machine. This is actually the drive and dirt section from the tape echoes that was released last year. We've got the same drive and dirt feature there, and basically what this is drive is going to increase saturation, while the dirt is going to add flutter and even more flutter the more that you drive it, more like wow and flutter. What you don't have on tape echoes, I do believe, I guess let me double check before I say this. Yeah. So what you don't have on tape echoes that you get on Dirty Tape is this decoupled, where this is basically unlinks the stereo channels, or you can do normal where it keeps them linked. You're going to get more movement in the sound when you have the dirt up more when you have it decoupled. You have a low cut filter here that goes up to 200 hertz, and then you have an output volume knob. And that's it. That's your plugin. So of course, let's take a listen to what this can do. I've got this on multiple tracks on this track that I made. And the first thing that I noticed with Dirty Tape is that just adding it on a track is going to change the color of it. So it's not like you put this on and then you have to turn knobs to get some color out of it. As soon as you add it on, you will start to get some color. It is subtle, but it is there. You're going to roll off some of the high end and get more of a lo-fi sound just automatically by adding it. And you can also hear the tape noise, and you can see, if you look at my meters down here, these 3 instances I have here, you can see some noise there. So, you know, if I turn my monitors up, you get that hiss, that tape hiss. And I think even if you set this, let's see. I think even if I set this to clean, I think we're still going to get that tape hiss. Let's see. Yeah, it's still there. So, okay. So yeah, even at clean, you're still going to have some hiss there with this. But let's get into what this sounds like. I have this on electric guitar. I have it on the strings, and I have it on the pad. All right, here's the track. All right, now I'm going to solo the 4 tracks that has Dirty Tape, and we're going to turn them on and off. So we'll start with it on. All right, so you can really hear it with the strings there, how it's making it sound more lo-fi and rolling off that top end there. Let's get some quick, let's go back to the strings. I think that's where you hear it at the most, is the strings. Let's loop just that part. And let's turn that on and off. So yeah, out of everything in the track, that's making the biggest difference there on the strings. It's really going to roll off that top end and give you that lo-fi sound. Now, I'm gonna have to go back and find the comment and put it on here. As someone said when I first announced that this was coming, that we've seen a lot of lo-fi plugins recently. So let's talk about where this one stands. So the price for this is going to be $59, but the intro price right now is $35. Honestly, I think that Softube could have just left this as free. They only have one free plugin, which is a saturation knob, which by now everyone should have, and that's been out for years. So I think Softube should have just did this one for free. I don't know if I'd pay $35 for this, and definitely wouldn't pay $60, especially when you have other lo-fi plugins that have come out recently. Like Waves Retrofy does a lot more than this at $29. Arturia Mellowfi, I forget the price on that, but I like that too. That was free for a little bit before the end of last year, but I'm not sure what they're charging for it now. But that's still going to do a little more than what you have here. And I thought maybe this came with Tape Echoes, but it doesn't. This is a totally separate plugin from Tape Echoes. So it's not like you get Tape Echoes and you get this with it. So yeah, I would have just kept this free, honestly, in my opinion. What I do like about it is that it changes the color as soon as you put it on a track. And if I was looking to work super quick, this would be a good go-to, because I only have a few controls. I can hit that drive, I can hit that dirt, and really change the tone of what I'm going for very quickly, versus something like I just mentioned, the Arturia Mellowfi or Waves Retrofy, which is definitely going to take more tweaking to get what you want. And, depending on what you're doing, songwriting, producing, mixing, you could be going for something quick. And that's really the best use I see this is, as something quick. But that $35 price tag, even at the intro price right now, is just, I just don't know if I would pay that with other options of retro plugins on the market right now. But let me know what you think. Did you pick this up for free while it was for free? Before the end of January? If you've been using it, let me know how you like it. I will have a link in the description if you want to check this out and learn more about it. If you like this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to see content from me, then you know what to do. All right, any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. I invite you to check out my podcast, the Faders Up Podcast, a podcast about pro audio and beyond. Season 3 is now underway, and in this season, we'll be doing a lot of topics requested by listeners. So if you have a topic you want to hear discussed on the podcast, email us, DM us, or join us in our Facebook group, Faders Up Podcast, and let us know. And if you haven't checked out the podcast yet, I have a link in the description that'll take you to the page.